Thank you so much, Mark, for joining me. It is much appreciated. I think before we get into the real substance of the conversation, I just need to know about Modon, because you guys are huge players now in hospitality in this region and indeed beyond this region. But just tell me about the scale and the connection between you in hospitality and the wider Modon group.
Thank you. So certainly Abu Dhabi based, we were created through a merger of 3 different companies. So Modon Hospitality was created as a vertical. So currently we have 28 hotels operating with various brands, going all the way from Iceland to London to Morocco to UAE and Egypt.
What proportion of the hotels are in this region?
In the region, probably 80% of the hotels are in the region.
So there's a big commitment here.
Yeah, for sure, a big commitment. And 22 hotels on the development. So by 2030, we will have 50 hotels that we own. Some mostly operated by partners, Four Seasons, Marriott, etc. And then a minority will be managed by ourselves through an operating arm that we just
So you
started.
want very much to get into or to roll out more of your owner-operated hotels?
Yes, absolutely. You know, it gives us the flexibility to really pick and choose the best business model for the asset, right? So we're just launching a hotel, single standing in Hudriyat in Abu Dhabi now under a new brand called Olympia, an active lifestyle brand, which I'd love to talk about.
Well, I do want to talk about it because I don't know how much of this morning you've been able to attend, but there's been a lot of discussion within the overall framework of a very positive and growing hospitality sector in this region, an awareness that it's really important to find the right niches in the marketplace to offer the customer exactly what they want. And many of them are quite demanding now in terms of the experience, in terms of a niche, whether it be health, well-being, sport, whatever. Now, I know that you've thought about this very carefully. So when you talk about this Olympia project, what are you offering your guests?
I mean, Olympia is really, like I mentioned, an active lifestyle proposition. And it caters to 2 different demographics. One is the athlete. We are sitting, the hotel is sitting just next to the new velodrome that we're opening in October with the World Championships. Also just close by, Surf Abu Dhabi is the longest man-made surf wave in the world, right? So very, very...
I didn't know about this, and Mark was telling me about... Has anybody surfed and Surf Abu Dhabi?
Here we go.
Yeah, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Thumbs up.
Thank you. She works for Modon. She will work for Modon.
That's not fair. You're an audience plant. That's unacceptable.
Yes.
But I know nothing about surfing. I've never surfed in my life. But you're telling me that there is now a world-class surf facility right here.
Yes. Oh, it's just a fantastic facility because people fly in and out just to come to surf, to surf. We just had the longboard World Championships there, very successful. And really the idea, you talked about niches and white spaces, they become more and more rare, right? So clearly, wellness and staying in a better shape going forward is really a key trend when you look in the hospitality business, and we are positioned really Olympia to cater for that, right? So for the athlete that wants to really train, but also for the normal person who wants to live better. So we have various concepts. So some rooms that actually reduce the oxygen that you're going to breathe at night, and that's going to give you a better rest going forward.
So this is for high-performance athletes.
Yes.
So that's talking of niches. This is a real niche within a niche.
Absolutely, but like you as an individual can use it also, right? So you can use it. You can sleep better. We put a lot of research in the sleep experience. Obviously, sleep is hugely important, right? So developed a mattress that and I slept on it, so I can vouch for it, that it really gives you just a better rest, right? So then comes nutrition, etc., etc. So it's an interesting concept.
It's
so
a very, I mean, be honest with me, you know, because that there's so much detail in that particular niche you're exploring with the athletes and the people who want that sort of maximized athletic experience within their hotel. Are the margins, you know, just as a business proposition, are the margins better in that sort of incredibly detailed niche offer, or are the margins better in a much more general upmarket hotel?
I think especially because we chose to operate ourselves, right? So you had to find that niche to make yourself different. And certainly in the leisure segment, the resorts, that's where we see the differences, where you can make a difference. When you talk an urban hotel, 500-room hotel, caters to corporates, it's very difficult to compete really against the big players. But in those niche markets, you can really make a difference.
So you've got Olympia, which is very much about sport and athleticism and wellness. Have you got any other interesting niche propositions that you've either already rolled out or you plan for the future?
Yeah, next year we're going to announce a leisure brand, right? Because we really feel that, and we saw it in the presentation today, really the trends are in leisure. People spend much, so it's after COVID, when you think the aftermath of COVID, that people are willing to spend much more money on travel and experiences. We know that. Then spending on a bag, you know, I told you my wife disagrees with me. So that's really the segment we want to look at, and that brand will really cater to all your needs. When you want to take your family out, or you want to have an adventure, etc. So that will have different verticals, and we're about to launch that brand first quarter next year. We're also looking at an ultra luxury brand that we will operate ourselves in some of our flagships going forward. You know, so we've really decided to go, you know, own hotels, choose the right partners for the summer hotels, develop our own brands, operate them, and we're also looking at franchises, right? Because I certainly think that some of the big players are really very good in distribution, loyalty, and brands. But I think locally we're in a better position to operate certain assets.
You think that the sort of local connections, local knowledge really counts for a lot?
Absolutely.
Let's talk about that, because you know there are a lot of people here in the hotels business, investors, developers, who are interested in the Middle East, not just the Emirates, but they've got their eyes on Saudi Arabia, which is an extraordinary growth story, and there are also other countries which I know are interesting investment propositions. And I think you've got a major investment in Egypt. So how does this particular place, that is the Emirates, for you compare with the possibilities and the opportunities that you see in other parts of the Middle East?
I think you know we have this great opportunity because we built that platform here, right? So, and really, when you look at Modern's business model, is that we develop destinations, right? And hospitality forms the glue and the connectivity for people to live in these environments. When you take Ras Al Hekma, for example, north coast of Egypt, we are developing a destination that is going to change the business pattern from being very seasonal to a year-long destination. But we just had the presentation on airports, so we're building an airport. We're building connectivity.
When we were chatting earlier, you told me a little bit about your North Coast of Egypt project. So I took a look online. I mean, it's extraordinary. The scale of what is being built. I mean, it's not just a bunch of hotels. It's a city, basically.
Yeah.
And I just wonder, that's so vast, that project. Doesn't it suck a lot of energy out of the rest of your portfolio? Because you've got so much going on there.
Yeah. No, I think we have the resources in place on the backup, etc. But when you have a white sheet of paper that you can really develop a destination, you can master plan it accordingly. You know, very often we're not a developer that does a golf course, sells villas, and then walks away, right? So we're building, like I said, destination where people want to live and want to invest, etc. Some other projects are in, obviously, Abu Dhabi, the new CBD of Abu Dhabi, and also Udriyat, where we have, obviously, our Olympia Hotel, where we're master planning. The island is 50% of the landmass of Abu Dhabi. So again,
15%.
50%. So we have that ability to really create the future of not hospitality, but like connected living, basically, and that's what we believe in.
And a similar scale of project in Saudi? Are you doing things in Saudi as well?
Not in Saudi.
Not in Saudi.
We're mostly Egypt, obviously Abu Dhabi, but we have reached out to Europe and currently also looking at opportunities in the US.
So just a final thought, because we are out of time, but Modon is a huge group and it obviously has many different interests, but would you see hospitality as becoming more and more central to the business?
I think so, you know, because I mean, look at how many assets do we have. And really, in all our master plans, we have various levels of hospitality. We have obviously marinas, golf courses, we have hotels, boutique hotels, etc. So we're adding a lot of value to the developments. And, you know, we love branded residences, and tomorrow everybody will talk about branded residences. So that's certainly part of our business model.
Well, you know what, we from the beginning of this morning have been discussing just quote unquote what a sweet spot this region is right now in the global economy, and I think you've just proved it one more time with all the plans that Modon has got. So Mark, thanks for sharing some of that with us. We are out of time, but Mark, it's been a real pleasure. Thank you so much.
Stephen.
Thank you very much for joining us. Mark Dardenne, thank you very much indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to make my own little elegant exit now, but do stay with Amna because I know there's more to come. And thank you for listening to me this morning. I shall see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.